My name is Maximilian Wallace. I am playing Giovanni.
My name is Anthea, and I am playing Annabella in 'Tis Pity She's a Whore.
Well, there's a lot going on with Giovanni. He's got a lot of different layers. I mean, the first really difficult thing that I came up against was the incest thing. You know, buying into that and making that not icky to me, because it's gotta be real for him, and it's gotta be real love, and he can't. I mean, he judges it in a way he knows it's wrong, but he also truly loves her, and that's more powerful. So, you know, getting over that initial, oh, okay, this is supposed to be my sister.
Something I find interesting about Annabella, and I think generally the women in this show, is that they're all intelligent, strong women, which is not something you always come across with classical theater, particularly Jacobean theater. We see a lot of demure, kind of shy girls who aren't getting to speak their minds, and all of the women in the show, for the most part, get a turn to be strong, which is really exciting, and I was surprised by.
He turns on a dime. Like, he's very happy one moment, and then he'll have this realization or this thought, or someone will say one sentence and he is all of a sudden the saddest, most in crisis person that has ever been. Like, he's very dramatic when he gets angry and when he gets sad. So he switches very quickly, and that's been tough to facilitate as the actor. Yeah, so my love interest in the show, which is also my sister, is played by my real-life girlfriend and partner, Anthea Morit. She's a great actress. We met in theater school, and it's been very interesting playing these roles together. One, it's been great. It's been so fun to be able to be in a show with the person who I love and play that emotion, that specific thing.
It's been interesting working with someone I'm actually dating. I wouldn't say challenge, that's the wrong word, but it's been really interesting working with someone who I'm actually in a relationship with. There's things that are way easier because their barriers aren't there. We don't have to get comfortable with each other. We're already comfortable with each other.
It allows for a certain level of intimacy that I think usually is something that you have to work at. And I think if I was to come into this with someone else, there would be the first couple weeks just getting to know them, really getting close with them, and feeling very comfortable being myself, being loving and affectionate and all this stuff that you see in a normal relationship. But with Anthea, it's right there. I just revert to, okay, what did I do, you know, yesterday when we were walking in the park? How did I do that? What is this, you know? So it's got to actually, I would say it's made it quite a bit easier. It's
way easier to be upset about being separated from him, and I think a little more emotionally dangerous in that way. People are generally aware that Shakespeare holds up. That's something we know about, and there's so many companies doing it, and we don't see companies doing Jacobean theater. And I think, to a point, some of it is very, very archaic, but some of it is very still applicable today, and I think this show in particular is something we're seeing so much in other TV shows right now, essentially. And I mean, the storyline is over and over again. It's Romeo and Juliet. It's every classical love story.
I mean, it's one of the most dramatic shows that you'll see, I think. I mean, there's a lot of comedy in it as well. There's a lot of, you kind of get everything in one show. There's the Jacobean aspect of it with the beautiful language and some of the more classic plots there that happen in that style of a show, and then you've got the dramatic love, you've got the somewhat of the Romeo and Juliet type of thing going on, and then you've got the classic gore everywhere, everyone dying. If you like, you know, if you like murder and incest, it's definitely one that you're going to want to see.
I think it's a little different classical flavor of the show. It's something that would draw people in if they're looking for, if they like classical work but maybe have seen enough Shakespeare or know their Shakespeare really well and are ready for something new. I think it's really relevant in a lot of ways. I mean, purely calling in shows like Game of Thrones are doing stuff that is essentially Jacobean theater. So I think people come expecting something like a more Game of Thrones style Romeo and Juliet is how I would describe this show.